Hello friends, welcome to Mindful Monday with Tamara and the University of California, Davis and the Livewell Department. Transmitting from Davis, California, a very easy and relaxed practice today. We'll start with some mindful meditation and we'll get this week going nice and easy, smooth and easy. We'll be playing, or I'll be playing for you some music from our favorite DJ, Soul Rising. So relax, tune in, and let's get started. For this class, you'll just need to open a space on the floor in your room or in your house, roll out a yoga mat, a blanket, a towel, something to be comfortable on the floor. We'll be staying very close to the floor for this hour. So let's get set up and let's begin. Bring out your meditation cushion or any cushion that you feel comfortable using to sit on the floor. And if you'd like to sit on a chair or the edge of your bed, that's totally fine as well. Keep handy some other cushions, maybe a yoga block if you have one, or a thick book that we might want to use later as a prop. And remember that there's many ways to sit for meditation. What is important is that you are comfortable in your body and you don't have to move or fidget during the time of meditation. So you can either sit on the floor with your straddling your cushion like I'm doing here, or you can come into a cross-legged position and adjust the cushion to where you feel at ease. Bring your hands to your hips and tilt your hips a little bit back and forth, and just notice the difference here in the angle of the hips. So we want the hips to tilt slightly forward, a little bit of an interior tilt, so that the belly can release and relax. We're not holding or straining our abdomen. It's nice and soft. Keep your spine extended, roll your shoulders back and down. Let's roll our head around nice and slow, gentle, without throwing your head back too much. And start to feel, start to notice, and bring your attention, your awareness to your inner sensing. Change direction. So I'll speak a little bit about what I refer to as inner sensing. It's bringing our attention to our body, to what we are feeling, to what it's like to experience this moment, this time, this space from our particular viewpoint. So usually our default mode, the way that our brain defaults to function, is to always kind of project what we're feeling out there in the world. So we attribute the things that we see out there to what we're feeling, instead of attributing what we feel to what we are feeling inside. And it's not caused by any external stimuli, but those external stimuli are only, let's say, what's the appropriate word? They're triggers, or they're just reminders that bring up emotions that we have within ourselves. So basically, we want to own our feelings. We want to own what arises within us without having to blame it or attribute it to anything external. So if someone does something and we feel upset, It's not that they did it per se to us, but they did whatever they did in the best of their knowledge and the best information that they had. And we had an emotional reaction to that. It doesn't mean that we want to allow people to do bad things to us. No, we need to also make sure that we have clear boundaries. What I'm trying to say is we need to own ourselves. We need to own our feelings and be responsible for our internal reactions to those external stimuli. So when we meditate and we're practicing that attention to ourselves, bringing that inner sensing, that awareness to ourselves, we're practicing really feeling and owning how we feel and who we are and what's going on for us right now. It's literally checking in. So this is how you check in. We check in by coming to a still point. So not going out there and moving and doing things, but coming to a still point, sitting down quietly, and really listening to what's going on inside. And the more we practice this, the easier it is to check in moment to moment or at any point of the day and say, oh, okay, this is what's real for me. This is what I'm feeling. And it sounds pretty logical. It sounds pretty obvious, but it's amazing how difficult sometimes this can be and how difficult it might be sometimes to not be sure about what we're feeling. So now we're going to practice this inner sensing to really feel what is true for us right now. With this preamble, now I will invite you to take your meditation seat and get really comfortable. Now, while I was talking, I hope you did all the moving and all the adjusting that you needed to be comfortable in this position. So we're going to make a gentle commitment not to move, fidget, or come out of our meditation seat during the next few breaths that I will count for us. Let your hands rest on your thighs and go ahead and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths to settle in. And start to feel the breath moving. The breath is an amazing tool that is always available to us. We're always breathing. So bring your awareness to the breath, which is always happening. Each breath, each part of the breath, each small portion of the cycle of breathing is an opportunity to come into that full awareness of the here and now. So for the next few breaths, just observe the breath as a wave that rolls in and then releases out. Just take a few breaths observing that wave. There's nothing to do here. There's no good or bad. There's no good way the breath goes or bad way the breath goes. The breath just goes. It's like the waves crashing. No one is there saying this is a good wave or a bad wave. There's no judgment. There's no critical view of how the wave moves. It just is. So just take a moment with your eyes closed to observe your breath as if you were sitting in front of an ocean, in front of a beach or an ocean cliff, whichever is your favorite view of the ocean, and breathe those waves. You're just observing those breath waves coming in and rolling out. And just as you can observe those breath waves, the emotions can also be observed as cycles, as a wave that rolls in and rolls out. Our emotions are not permanent. They will also arise and subside, just like a breath wave. Our emotions are just energy. They're energy. They're part of our nervous system, informing us about what's going on and how we respond to it. So when an emotion is coming in, is arising, you can see it as a breath wave that will arise, peak, and then roll out and subside. And emotions, feelings, they might have multiple waves that come and go, but eventually it will change. Even the thoughts, our ideas, are like waves as well. They arise, peak, and then subside. So let's take the next few breaths, and I'll count them for us, to observe the breath as waves. Observe the emotions and feelings as waves, and even our thought processes also as waves. Take a full breath, fill up completely. Exhale through your mouth. And gently bow your head in, open your eyes, open your hands, and take in the vision of your body. And with your next inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale down to your heart center. Let's take 2 more big breaths like this. fingertips to the floor, right arm up and over. Look down to the floor. And then inhale, look up to the ceiling. Exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. One more with the breath. And change to the other side. Exhale to look down. Inhale to look up. And bring it back to center. Inhale, open the arms wide. Exhale, wrap your arms around you. Reach for the edge of your shoulder blades. Take a deep breath. Exhale, bring the elbows down. Curl your spine. Inhale, open up. Wrap the other arm on top. Exhale, squeeze in. And twice more, alternating which arm goes on top. And release. Let's come off of our seat, move your cushion to the side. Extend your legs and shake them out. Shake your knees out. And I'll play us some music from DJ Soul Rising. All right. Come to all fours. And wave your hips side to side. Release your head. Take the hips in circles. Go the other way. And to center. On your inhale, arch your spine, look forward. And on the exhale, tuck the tail, take the hips back towards the heel to child's pose. Inhale, come forward, arch the spine. Exhale, back to child's pose. Keep going with your breath, waving through the body with the breath. Back to center. On your inhale, slide your fingertips up the inside of the other arm, across the chest, and open the arm out. Exhale to reset the hand. Inhale, go to the other side. the other side. Arm all the way under and across, shoulder to the floor. Hold here. And come back up, wiggle, loosen up. And let's press back to downward dog. Keep your knees bent. Take your feet wide as your mat. Extend the spine. Inhale, extend the legs, lift the belly. Exhale, bend the knees, arch the spine. Keep going with your breath. Downward dog with your feet wide. It's okay to keep the knees bent. Just close your eyes and feel the connection to the floor through your hands and your feet. Deep breaths. Bend the knees, slowly walk your hands inch by inch back towards the feet. Bend your knees. And when you come to fully have your weight on your feet, hold on to opposite elbows and let yourself swing here side to side. Release, bend the knees, roll the spine up to standing. Keep the feet wide as your mat, knees bent just a little bit, receptive. So don't lock your knees out. Keep the knees listening, receptive. Inhale, open the arms wide, open the chest. Exhale, wrap the arms around, reach for opposite shoulder blades. Inhale, open the chest, look up. Exhale, round your spine, fold in. Hang here, sway side to side. Slowly roll up to standing, release. Notice which arm is on top. Take a big breath, open the chest. Exhale, the other arm wraps on top. Reach for the opposite shoulder blades. Inhale, open up, look up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold in. Sway side to side. Slowly release. Come up to standing. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. 2 more big breaths like this. Inhale up. This time as you exhale, bend the knees, hinge the hips back, touch the floor. Walk to downward dog. Pedal the feet. Inhale forward to plank. And exhale, bring the knees down. Child's pose. Bring your hands back towards your feet and rest your forehead on the floor. If your forehead doesn't reach the floor, bring in the block or a book or a cushion and rest there for a few deep breaths. And I'll be right back. Take a deep breath in child's pose. Inhale, come up to seated. Open your feet, open your toes. Make sure that your feet are parallel to each other and in line with your shins. Take your left fingertips to the floor behind you. Open the chest, lean back. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, change sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, change sides. Keep going with your breath. And if you'd like a little bit deeper stretch, lift the hips. Keep going side to side with the breath. Inhale to open up. And release, hands to the floor, downward dog. Pedal your feet. Inhale, take the right leg up. Circle your ankles, spread your toes. Take a deep breath. And exhale, step it forward outside your right hand. Lower the back knee down. Now you can use your block or the big book, whatever you have available, to give yourself a little bit more space. You can hold it up high, and then you're a little bit more lifted here. So please find what you need and adjust to make this more accessible and easy for you. So we're looking for ease, we're looking for comfort, and we're also really keeping that, still staying in that mood of feeling the breath wave. And we're moving through those breath waves. On the inhale, come forward. On the exhale, take the hips back. And the next time your hips come forward and you bend the right knee, squeeze the legs to the midline to come up to half kneeling. And we'll move our arms as if it was that breath wave. So on the inhale, reach the wave up. Exhale, let it crash behind you. Let's do 3 more. And bring your hands down to the floor. Round the right hand, open the left, and big circles with the left arm. 3 circles in each direction. And now keep the right arm up, extend the back leg, reach long. And release. Step back to downward dog. Pedal your feet. Take the left leg up. Reach it high. Spread your toes. Circle your ankle. Both directions. And exhale, step it forward. Lower the back knee down. Same as we did before. Remember to use your tools, your props to make yourself more comfortable with more ease and more flow. Move with the breath. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, reach the hips back, spread the left toes. Keep going. Last one. And keeping the hips forward now. Squeeze the legs to midline. Come up to half kneeling. And moving with the breath wave. Inhale. Scoop. Exhale. Let the wave crash behind you. 3 more. Bring the right hand to the floor. Open the left. And 3 big circles in each direction. Keeping the left arm straight up. Extend the right leg and reach long. Press the back heel back, reach the fingertips far, far, far. Broaden the chest. And release. Step back, downward dog. Pedal it out. Take your feet wide as the mat. Bend the knees. And slowly, inch by inch, walk your hands back towards your feet. Keep the knees bent, receptive, sway side to side. And slowly roll up to standing. Okay, I'll show this movement on profile. Keep the feet wide as your mat and your knees receptive. Interlace your fingers behind your head. On your inhale, so the top of the inhale, open the elbows, open the chest, look up. And as you exhale, point the elbows forward and then down, roll in to bring the elbows towards the knees. And then inhale, roll the spine up. And top of the inhale, open the chest, open the elbows. Exhale, roll in. Inhale. Expand. Keep breathing. And moving with the breath wave. Two more. And release. And let yourself sway a little bit side to side. Shake out the arms. Right. Inhale, reach up. And on your exhale, bend the knees, hinge the hips back, touch the floor. Shake out the head. And walk to downward dog. Pedal the feet. Come forward to plank. Knees down and belly down. Take the hands outside the mat. Press your fingertips into the floor. Bend the elbows. On your inhale, lift the chest, shoulders back and down. Exhale, lower the chest. Keep going, waving the spine with the breath. And make a pillow with your hands. Shake your hips side to side. Bend your knees and take your feet side to side. Release the legs. Take a few big belly breaths here, so big that your low back fills up with the breath. Under the shoulders to press up and back to child's pose. This time take your knees wide as your mat and bring your big toes together. Reach the arms forward. Big breath. Exhale through your mouth. And slowly come up to seated. Keep your knees wide, big toes together. And reach your hands to the floor behind you. Lean side to side to really get those shoulders back. Hands to the floor. And you can stay here. Really getting those shoulders back, chest open. Or you can also add the lift of the hips. And slowly release. Now let's come to all fours. Take your right leg up, keeping the knee bent, keeping also the foot flexed. Spread the toes and press it up. Little bounce here. Goes nicely with the music. Take a deep breath, press the heel up, press the crown up, arch the spine, and with your exhale, squeeze in towards the center. And let's do 3 more. Inhale, arch, press open. Exhale, squeeze in. Extend the right leg to the floor, bring the heel down, and bring the left foot back behind you. And open the right arm up towards the ceiling. Lift the right leg parallel to the floor, press the heel out. Big breath, reach, expand. And exhale, bend the right knee and catch the heel or the foot with your right hand and push the foot into your hand. Open up here. Big breaths, enjoying this expansion of the front body. Slowly release. Shake your hips out. And let's go to the other side. Left leg. Keep the knee bent. Foot flex. Spread the toes and a few little bounces here. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, squeeze in. 3 more. Left leg, take the right foot behind you like a kickstand and open up the left arm up. Lift the left leg parallel to the floor. Keep spreading those toes, reaching long. And bend the knee, catch the foot, and press the foot into the hand. Release, wiggle it out, release the head. Downward dog. Pedal the feet. Take the feet wide, bend the knees, walk the hands back towards the feet, release the head. And slowly roll up to standing. Stand your feet together, hands to your hips. Bend your knees a little bit and take your right toes forward and circle all the way around you until you bring the foot all the way to your left side. So your right leg goes all the way behind and across. Keep the left knee slightly bent. Inhale, reach up. Take the right wrist and pull it over to the left. Big breath. Release. Hands to the hips and draw the circle back to the front. Second side, bend the knees, left toes forward, and draw the circle all the way. Flex the foot, press the pinky side into the floor. Inhale, reach up, pull the left wrist all the way to the right. Release, and draw it back to the front. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bend the knees, hinge the hips back, touch the floor. Walk forward to downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale down to your belly. And stay up here on your forearms, bend the knees, flex the feet, and sway the feet side to side. And you can stay up here or bring your head down to the floor. If you feel any sort of discomfort in the low back, stay low. And slide the right knee out, about 90 degrees out. Keep the right foot up and circle. Go in both directions. And keep your head low, reach back for the right foot with the right hand and bring the heel in towards your glute. Release the right leg, open the arms out to the sides. Keep your right arm on the floor, palm facing down. Press your left fingertips into the floor and push your left leg open and roll the hips open. Bringing the left foot to the floor behind you. Release. And now the other side. Bend the right knee, slide it out to the right, 90 degrees, and bend the left knee and circle your left foot around. Both directions. Head low, reach back with your left hand for your left foot and pull the heel in towards your glute. Open the arms out to the side. Keep the left arm extended. Extend the left leg. Push your right fingertips into the floor to open up. Lift the right knee and bring And release. Coming back to your belly, shake your hips side to side. And now roll over to lay on your back. Reach your arms up overhead. Lift your legs, shake them out. Take your knees from the inside and rock side to side, taking your knees wide. I'm gonna scoot forward a little bit. And now lift the soles of the feet towards the ceiling and reach for the pinky side of your foot. So your arm comes in front of your shin and your knees go wide. And rock side to side. Keep the right foot in your right hand. Bring the knee all the way to the floor and release the left foot to the floor, keeping the knee bent. Spread the toes. And maybe extend the left leg. See what that feels like. Extend the right leg, see what that feels like. Maybe bend the left knee and extend the right leg. So you have options here. Bring the right leg up, change it to the other hand. And you can also use here a towel or a belt or a scarf. You can use something to give yourself a little bit more space here. And take the right leg all the way to the left. Let your hips turn. And now bend the left leg, the one that's on the floor, and see if you can reach for that foot with your right hand and open the shoulders down towards the floor. Back to center. Bend both knees and reach for the left foot, half happy baby, and bring the knee all the way down to the floor. Let your right hip come up as needed. Take a few breaths here, feel that in your hips. And here you have options. You can keep the right knee bent and extend the left leg. Or you can bend the left knee and extend the right. Or extend both. Also remember to use a towel, a strap, or a scarf to give yourself more space, a little bit more reach. and see if you can bend the right foot and catch it with the left hand behind you. Open the shoulders, keeping everything low to the ground. Forehead to the knees. Release. Bring the feet together, knees apart, and take the arms up overhead. Bend the elbows, creating diamond shapes with your arms and your legs. Close your eyes. Take deep breaths. And release. Bring your awareness back to the breath waves. Legs, lay flat on the floor. In your final resting position, and you can stay here resting as long as you'd like. Feeling the breath waves just washing through you. And letting yourself really become absorbed with that experience of your inner sensing. Of feeling not only the breath move through you in wave cycles, but also observing how emotions, thoughts, feelings have the same pattern. They also arise and subside. So we don't have to be attached to any of these feelings, thoughts, sensations that arise in us. We know that they will also subside. And that way, we're breathing through moment to moment, allowing things to come up, and then observing as they go. I hope you can really understand in a certain way what I'm trying to get at. And if you have any questions or comments about the class today, please write me a note, either in a direct private message or just comment here below in the class. And I wish you well, have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Ciao, ciao.